Have you ever felt emotionally exhausted even after resting, like your nervous system forgot how to relax? Because burnout is not always physical. Sometimes burnout is subconscious. Sometimes it's years of pressure, years of hypervigilance, years of teaching your body that slowing down is unsafe. And eventually your nervous system stops knowing the difference between productivity and survival. And that's exactly what we are here to discuss in today's Mindful Monday. Now, if it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from, any questions or comments you do have, and any topics you'd like to hear more about in the future. We love hearing requests. Also, make sure you stay until the very end of the video to find out how you can receive some free gifts. Now, getting back to our topic today. Most people think that burnout happens because they're doing too much. But in my experience as a hypnotherapist and an NLP practitioner, this is not always the case. Burnout sometimes happens. It comes oftentimes from emotional over-responsibility. It can come from constantly being on, if you will. Feeling like you have to earn rest. Feeling guilty when you slow down. Feeling responsible for everyone else's emotions. Feeling like if you stop moving, everything might just fall apart. And over time, the subconscious mind begins associating stress with safety. That's important to understand because if your nervous system has been conditioned to believe that pressure equals control, then peace actually can feel uncomfortable for you. And that's why some people finally get time off and suddenly they feel anxious or restless or emotionally overwhelmed. Not because rest is bad, but because the subconscious mind has adapted to survival mode. And survival mode becomes quite familiar over time. Now, the subconscious mind always prioritizes familiarity over happiness, unfortunately. And that's true even if the familiar pattern is exhausting. And many people don't realize that they've built an identity around being overwhelmed. The helper, the fixer, the productive one, the strong one, the one who handles everything. But eventually that identity becomes emotionally expensive because your nervous system was never designed to operate under constant pressure. And if you never interrupt the pattern, the body eventually starts speaking through exhaustion, anxiety, brain fog, emotional numbness, irritability, procrastination, or shutdown. Burnout is not weakness. It's accumulated nervous system overload. Now, one thing that I teach clients often is this. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition and emotional association. So if your life has repeatedly reinforced something like, I'm only valuable when I'm productive, your nervous system starts resisting rest, even when rest is exactly what you need. This is why mindset work alone often doesn't fully heal burnout, because the body itself has learned stress. And healing this requires retraining the nervous system emotionally, not just intellectually. That's where hypnosis becomes very powerful for us. Because hypnosis helps bypass that analytical, critical thinking mind and communicates directly with the subconscious patterns. Now today I'd love to guide you through a demo, which is a process designed to help your nervous system remember what safety feels like once again. So wherever you are, allow yourself to just settle in. And if you are in a safe place to do so, you can allow your eyes to close. And just begin by taking a slow breath in and a slower breath out. And as you breathe, notice the places in your body still carrying tension. Maybe your shoulders, your jaw, your chest, your stomach. And just notice, no judgment. And imagine your nervous system no longer needing to brace itself for what's next. Imagine your body slowly realizing you don't have to survive this moment. You can simply be here. And with every breath, allow your muscles to soften just a little more as though the body is finally receiving permission to stop holding everything up. And imagine yourself setting down invisible emotional weight, the pressure, the expectations, the emotional labors, the constant mental noise, just setting it all down. Not forever, just long enough for your nervous system to breathe again. And as your body relaxes, imagine meeting a future version of yourself, a calmer version, a healthier version, a more emotionally regulated version. Notice how they move. Notice how their breathing feels slower, their energy softer, their nervous system steadier. This version of you no longer believes exhaustion is proof of worth. This version of you understands that peace is productive too. That's right. And imagine this future version placing a hand gently on your shoulder, as though reminding your subconscious mind, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to slow down. You are allowed to exist without constantly proving your value. And just breathe that in, because healing burnout is not about becoming lazy. It's about teaching your nervous system that safety does not require constant pressure. And allow that realization to settle deeply into the subconscious mind now. And imagine yourself waking up tomorrow, feeling lighter. And as you continue breathing comfortably, imagine that future version of you standing before you once again. The calmer version, the healthier version, the version who no longer believes their worth must be earned through exhaustion. Notice how peaceful they seem, not because they have no responsibilities, not because life is perfect, but because they no longer carry everything alone. They've learned how to set emotional boundaries. They've learned how to rest without guilt. They've learned that slowing down is not weakness, it's wisdom. And imagine that future version of you is smiling gently now, as if they know something you are only beginning to remember, that you are never meant to carry the entire world on your shoulders, that you are never meant to be in constant state of pressure, that your nervous system deserves periods of restoration, that your body deserves moments of ease, that your mind deserves peace. And perhaps there is a message this future version of you wants you to hear. And I don't know, maybe it's a word, could be a sentence, maybe it's simply a feeling or something else. Just allow yourself to become curious and receive whatever comes naturally. And as you do receive this message, imagine the future version of you placing a hand gently over your heart. And as you do, a warm feeling begins spreading throughout your chest, a feeling of calm, a feeling of safety, a feeling of self-compassion. And with every breath, that feeling expands, moving into your shoulders, your neck, your arms, your stomach, your back, and down into your hips and your legs, and all the way down to the tips of your toes, as though every cell of your body is receiving permission to stop carrying so much. And perhaps for the first time in a long time, you realize that healing doesn't require you to work harder. Healing may simply require allowing yourself to receive. Receiving support, receiving rest, receiving peace, receiving kindness, receiving permission. And silently repeat after me in your mind, I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to slow down. I am allowed to take care of myself. My worth is not measured by how much I do. I release the need to constantly prove myself. I trust my body's wisdom. I trust my nervous system's ability to heal. I welcome balance. I welcome peace. I welcome restoration. And as these words settle deeper into your subconscious mind, imagine roots extending gently down from the soles of your feet deep into the earth below. Strong, steady, grounded, supported. No longer carrying everything alone. No longer floating in constant pressure, but anchored, safe, present. Now imagine drawing up a calm, steady energy from the earth itself. An energy of stability, resilience, balance, to just move through your body now. And then imagine yourself moving through the next few days. Notice yourself responding differently. Perhaps taking a deeper breath before reacting. Perhaps allowing yourself to rest without guilt. Perhaps saying no when necessary. Perhaps noticing moments of peace that you previously rushed past. Notice yourself treating yourself with greater compassion, greater patience, greater understanding. And recognize that healing rarely happens all at once. It happens one breath at a time, one choice at a time, one moment of self-compassion at a time. And every time you choose rest when your body needs rest, every time you choose kindness over self-criticism, every time you choose balance instead of burnout, you strengthen new pathways in the subconscious mind. You teach your nervous system a new way of being, a healthier way, a gentler way, a more sustainable way. And now before we finish, take a moment to thank yourself. Thank yourself for showing up today, and thank yourself for being willing to pause. Thank yourself for investing in your healing, and thank yourself for listening to what your nervous system has been trying to tell you. Because healing begins with awareness, and awareness creates choice, and choice creates transformation. And as you continue forward from today, may you always remember this: you do not need to earn your worth. You do not need to earn your rest. You do not need to earn your humanity. You are already enough. And your nervous system deserves peace. Your body deserves recovery. Your mind deserves stillness. And your future deserves a version of you that is no longer running on empty. So now I'll invite you to take one final big full breath in, and slowly exhale it all out with a sigh. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can bring your awareness back into the room, allowing your eyes to open, feeling lighter, calmer, more grounded, more present, knowing that every time you return to this practice, you strengthen your capacity for peace, resilience, and emotional well-being. And remember, you are not broken. You are not failing. You are healing, one breath at a time. Now, if you like a free recording and other gifts, simply type the word mindful in the comments or message me the word mindful, and then follow the link, which I'll then put in. If you'd like to work one-on-one to rewire your mind even deeper, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at unwindthemindllc@gmail.com, and also check out the website at www.unwindthemind.com. Until then, trust the process, train your mind, rest your body and spirit, and keep breathing into your power. Make it a great one.